How's it going, everybody? When is the last time that you had an audition? Did it go well? Was it terrible? Did you get the part you wanted? No matter how it turned out, I bet you feel that you could improve your auditions. I know that I could. Look no further, this video is all about 10 ways to improve your next audition experience. Before we get into our 10 points, I will say the most important part of any audition is to get the judges to remember you in a positive way. You should spend most of your energy on making a really killer first impression, and then work on the rest of your material. If you can get the judges to remember you in a good way, you're well on your way to getting hired for what you want. Point 1 is what to wear. I see a lot of weird choices when it comes to clothing at auditions, specifically with men. And we'll get into this later, it's something that's very near and dear to my heart. But in the meantime, just make sure that whatever you wear is professional and it accents your best features that you want to put forward. Anything that you wear should draw attention to your face and particularly your eyes. It should make your face light up and it should make you feel confident. Nothing that you should wear should get in the way of anything that you do. Particularly if you're wearing new shoes that might make your feet hurt. It's not a good idea to try those at an audition because you won't be thinking about your material. You'll be thinking about how you can't wait to get your shoes off. And that's not anything that judges want to see. Make sure that everything fits and that a trusted friend or family member says that you look great in it. You want to have that confidence so that it carries over to the stage. The second point goes without saying. It's just be prepared. If you have lots of things to bring to the audition, things like a change of clothes, resumes, repertoire sheets, dance attire, you name it, whatever it is, make sure that you get it together at least the night before the audition. You don't want to put things off to the last minute, in particular if your audition is out of town or somewhere you've never been. I will say that usually the most obvious things are the thing that's forgotten. Make a list if it helps, but definitely don't forget your instrument if you're a musician. This one is overdone, and I know we've all heard it said 1,000 times, but please be on time. If you show up late or questionably late to an audition, it won't look good on your chances of getting hired. As a matter of fact, you probably won't get hired if you're late. Number 4 is just be yourself. When you arrive at the audition and when you're actually doing the audition and when you leave, the entire time you're on premises, be yourself. Don't hide any aspect of you. Obviously, put your best foot forward and try to accent the character traits that you think are desirable, but don't try to be something you're not. Number 5 is an easy one to forget, and that is just thank your judges and thank the people who work at the audition. The proctors who hold the door, who usher you in, the people who greet you when you arrive, the pianist if you have one, the judges in the room. Be thankful and appreciative. They've taken time out of their day to run an audition, probably without getting paid. They're probably hungry, overtired, and they want to go home. So make sure you thank them for their time. It's valuable, and they should know that you think it's valuable. Piggybacking on that last step, be nice to everyone around you and be personable. If someone looks like they need help or if they've forgotten something and you have it on hand, be generous and be kind. Reach out and help the people that are auditioning with you or the people who might be working the event if they look like they need it. It goes a long way if you're able to come in and save the day. It might not get you the audition, but it might make you memorable in a good way. Number 7 is kind of a tricky one, so proceed with caution. It's ask questions if appropriate. After you finish your audition, if you have a really pertinent question that you think is valid, you might get away with asking the judges. However, the best choice is to wait until after you leave the room and ask the proctors or anyone else who might be working for the company who is in the lobby or on premises. Important questions might be things like, when can I expect to hear results? Or do you need any more information from me while I'm here? Or even, what's upcoming in your season? Make sure the answers to these questions aren't posted somewhere behind you or aren't really obvious. You don't want to ask a question that's perceived as annoying, especially to someone who might be hiring you. Our next one is just to mentally rehearse before you have the audition and envision success. I am a big believer in the power of positive thinking, and if you have the right mentality for the audition, you will have a much better experience. Be present and mentally focus on your audition. It's a good idea to run through everything that you're about to perform in your head or on paper before you actually do it. Number 9 is take a moment to collect yourself. Even a second or two, a pause, a collection, a steadiness within will help you do so much better at the actual audition process. Some performers benefit from deep breathing and exercises to calm them down. If you struggle with nerves like that, you might want to try some deep breathing exercises. There'll be more content about this later on in the channel. Lastly, number 10, make sure you know what the next step is and have an exit strategy. After you perform at your audition and you ask any pertinent questions, try to find out when you will expect to hear results or what the next step in the audition process is. Will there be callbacks? Will you receive an email or a phone call or nothing? What's usual for the company? This information might come from your colleagues or from people working in the event, or it might not come at all. Still, try to figure out what the next step is so that you're not left in the dark. And if you don't get the audition, you can move on to something bigger and better anyway. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found this helpful for the 10 ways to improve your next audition. Please leave comments and questions below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. And stay tuned for more content coming soon. There are links below in the description to our website and to our blog, where you will find all of this written down in a nice, easy-to-read format. Thank you so much, and see you on the channel.